get voted on in the Senate, but we know which Democratic senators have no problem with killing unborn children who can feel pain.
A 21-year-old gamer set off alarms when he said he was from Pittsburgh and was going to shoot up a school on Monday. The fellow gamer didn't like what he heard and recorded the video and turned it over to authorities. The man was actually from Broward County, Florida. He was interviewed, and it was determined it was a hoax.
Said he's just going to go, shoot up a school tomorrow or Monday. I didn't like what he said at all, and he's not a good person.
Police say a Greensboro couple was shot during a diabetic test strip transaction. The U.S. Marshal Service arrested Lee Ernest Curry in Alabama. A Durham man has been charged in connection with the shooting of a pregnant woman who subsequently had an emergency delivery. The exact condition of the woman and child are unknown. You're listening to NCN News.
Break away from the everyday with Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Okay, in less than 30 seconds, I know I can make you hungry. Ready? Here we go. Chicken breast, chicken wing, drumstick, pulled pork barbecue, potato salad, coleslaw, sweet iced tea. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Where am I going? I'm headed to Smithfield's.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
A Democrat in the governor's mansion, an unconventional Republican in the White House, new state, house, and Senate election maps, all important factors for politics and public policy in North Carolina. What does it all mean? Carolina Journal has the answers, available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your #1 source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Members of the community came together Monday night to honor the short life of a 4-year-old Scotland County boy who was the subject of an Amber Alert last week.
Very happy child. He loved animals. He loved trucks.
There is an investigation underway into sexual harassment claims against the head of the Humane Society. Over to CBS's Vicki Barker.
An outside law firm hired by the Humane Society has reportedly identified 3 complaints against Chief Executive Wayne Pacelli. The allegations include inappropriate consensual sex with underlings or donors, as well as unwanted sexual advances. The Washington Post reports several senior women at the animal charity say their warnings about his conduct went unheeded, and 3 workers who complained say they were demoted or dismissed. Pacelli denies all the accusations.
North Carolina government's top fiscal analysts have officially set a goal for the state's rainy day reserve fund that, once met, should help fill large shortfalls encountered during most recessions. A law approved last year requires a set percentage of annual revenue growth be transferred to the reserve, which already has more than $1.8 billion. Facebook is coming under criticism over a new feature for young children. Deborah Rodriguez has more.
Dozens of pediatric and mental health experts are urging Facebook to get rid of its new Messenger Kids service. In a letter to the company organized by the Campaign for a Commercial-Free Childhood, they say that by targeting users as young as 6, Facebook is preying on a group of kids developmentally unprepared to distinguish reality from fantasy and also unable to understand the issue of privacy. Parents need to set up the texting type service for their kids through their own accounts, and the app does not have a news feed or a like button. It does include emojis, selfies, video chat, and group texting.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB Sales Department today at 287-3356.
ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. A secret memo allegedly revealing misconduct at the FBI and Justice Department has now reached the White House. President Trump has 5 days to decide whether or not to declassify it. ABC's Karen Travers at the White House on when we can expect a decision from the president.
The White House wants the focus today to be on President Trump's State of the Union. A senior administration official says no decision on whether to release it is expected before the speech. The White House says President Trump wants transparency, but will not put American security at risk.
The increased scrutiny of the FBI comes with the sudden departure of Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe. ABC's Serena Marshall.
Sources tell ABC News the president had at one point called his wife, who ran for office in Virginia as a Democrat, a loser, and McCabe revealed just last week, shortly after becoming acting director, the president had asked him who he voted for. He responded that he didn't vote, and later the president confirmed to reporters that he didn't think he asked that, but, quote, I don't know what's the big deal with that. McCabe was thrust into the national spotlight after the firing of James Comey, and he defended his former boss on Capitol Hill during a congressional hearing.
The Fed Open Market Committee meets today for the first time this year, the last meeting chaired by Janet Yellen. Analysts say the Fed could raise interest rates up to 3 times this year.
This comes on top of the 5 that we've already seen over the course of the past couple of years. So the cumulative effect of this is really going to start to grow this year, particularly for consumers that have variable rate debt like credit cards and home equity lines of credit.
But Bankright's Greg McBride says it's not all bad news.
For the first time in a decade or more, savers are going to be able to earn a rate of return on their savings that keeps pace with inflation.
The Fed meets today for the first time this year. Daria Albinger, ABC News. A stark warning for the Centers for Disease Control. This year's flu season could be the deadliest ever, especially for children. The latest death of 7-year-old boy from Virginia who was sent home from school Friday with flu-like symptoms. Sunday morning, he died. You're listening to ABC News.
When was the last time you said, I love? No, really. When was the last time you said, I love my pillow? We think we know why this is so difficult. As soon as you lay on it, it needs to be scrunched and adjusted, which some pitchman convinced you is a good thing. And in the middle of the night, it starts all over again. For the last 10 years, I Love My Pillow has only been available in the finest bedding shops. The secret to I Love My Pillow is in our proprietary homemade foam. I guarantee you'll be saying, I love my pillow. Go to ilovemypillow.com to get sized for your custom-made pillow, handcrafted in the heart of America.
Go to ilovemypillow.com and get 40% off. Use promo code LOVE for a limited time offer. That's ilovemypillow.com and use promo code LOVE for 40% off.
At the President's first State of the Union address tonight, one area he is expected to talk about is infrastructure. And as we hear from ABC's Mark Remillard, work is badly needed.
More than 54,000 bridges in the U.S. are structurally deficient, according to the American Road and Transportation Builders Association.
Well, I think people need to be aware that this problem does need to be addressed, and these bridges need to be fixed.
Dr. Allison Black with the association says while that doesn't mean they're dangerous, they're on their way to weight restrictions, lane closures, and more, which means increasing costs. President Trump is expected to discuss his plan calling for infrastructure investment during his State of the Union on Tuesday, which Black says is an important first step. Mark Remillard, ABC News.
Hawaii's governor is promising to reveal the results today of the investigation into that bogus missile alert that terrified a whole lot of Hawaiians earlier this month. Several people are hurt after a wild fight on a Los Angeles street. It started as a dispute between two women and ended up with several people swinging sticks, knives, even hammers. LA Police Detective Frank Moreno says they found some shattered glass, a vehicle with a shattered window, and found some drops of blood that are consistent with a cutting. Still aren't sure exactly what happened, but one person is in critical condition. And don't mess with Meryl Streep's name. She has applied for a trademark to keep other people from using it. Other celebrities who have made that same move include Paris Hilton and soccer star David Beckham. This is ABC News.
Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in taxes? The government now has tax debt relief programs in place, and you have rights. Call tax representation today. Has the IRS threatened to freeze your bank accounts, take your home, your cars, and garnish your wage? We are the industry experts with negotiating with the IRS, and one of the very few that has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. We'll contact the IRS the same day, putting a stop to bank levies and wage garnishments. Call 800-295-1046. That's 800-295-1046.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Have you noticed what's going on at Oakland Feed and Seed? Cheapest price in town on propane refills. 20-pound cylinder, $11.99. Forklift cylinder, $17.99. And the 100-pound cylinders, $55.99. Whole corn, $6.99 for the 50-pound bag. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 for the 50-pound bag. 17-17-17, just $12.50 for the 50-pound bag. Check with Oakland Feed and Seed for all prices. You'll find them the cheapest around. It's a generational thing. Your dad and your dad's dad shopped at Oakland Feed and Seed. Oakland Road, Spindale, locally owned and operated.
We may see a few early morning clouds here and there. Otherwise, we'll look for mostly sunny to sunny skies as we head through the day, thanks to high pressure building our way from the west. It'll be breezy and cooler than yesterday. May see some gusts to around 25 or 35 miles per hour as high temperatures reach about 40 to 46. Tonight will be mainly clear and cold with lows in the upper teens to low 20s. Then we'll see plenty of sunshine Wednesday with a few high cirrus clouds. A little warmer, highs 46 to 51. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
It is gusty this morning. Wind gusting up today to about 18 miles per hour. Right now we are just under the freezer locker, 31 degrees, warming up to 42 with that wind chill value as low as 21 throughout today. Tonight, clear, lows around 20. Tomorrow, sunny with highs around 48. Then on Thursday, highs around 55 and partly cloudy skies. Now we've got some iffy kind of weather coming our way this weekend. It depends on the front, where it is, where it stops, and where it moves to. But we'll keep you posted on whether or not there's any of that S word in those showers coming up. We'll keep our watch on that for you. Right now, again, 31 degrees. And today we're being kind to Flani Jolly, 82, a resident over at White Oak, and we're wishing her a happy, happy birthday. Now I have these death announcements. Becky Morrow Tipton, age 75, of Forest City, died Friday at her residence. A memorial service will be conducted at 1 o'clock today at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral Home, serving the family of Becky Morrow Tipton. Doris Chatham Paris, age 88 of Forest City, died Sunday at Brookdale Assisted Living Center. Per Doris's request, the funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock in the afternoon today in the Paget and King Chapel. Burial will follow in the Eternal Hills Memorial Park. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. The Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Doris Chatham Paris. Susie Jenkins Roberts, age 66 of Bridges Drive, Forest City, died Saturday at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A gathering of remembrance will be held from 6:30 until 8 o'clock this evening at Harrelson Funeral Home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Susie Jenkins Roberts. Wayne D. McGinnis, age 75 of Forest City, died Sunday at his residence. A memorial service will be conducted at 12 o'clock Wednesday at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service, serving the family of Wayne D. McGinnis. Mr. Robert Jean Bob Waters, 83 of Bostic, died Saturday at Hospice House. The funeral will be conducted at 2 o'clock Wednesday at Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service. Burial will follow in the Sandy Level Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation is scheduled from 12:45 until 1:45 p.m. Wednesday at the funeral home prior to the service. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is serving the family of Mr. Robert Jean Bob Waters. Amanda B. Waters, age 87 of Ellenboro, died Sunday at her residence. A memorial service will be conducted at 4 o'clock Wednesday at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral Home and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Amanda B. Waters. Mr. Ronnie Steve Jackson, 69 of Shelby, died Friday at the Charles George VA Medical Center Hospice. A graveside service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Thursday at the First Baptist Church of Bostic Cemetery. The Rutherford County Honor Guard will provide military rites. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Mr. Ronnie Steve Jackson. Nanny Dills Reed, age 89 of Forest City, passed away Saturday at Oak Grove Health Care Center in Rutherfordton. The graveside service will be conducted at 1 o'clock Thursday at Eternal Hills Memorial Park, Oakland Road, Forest City. Mike Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services is in charge of the arrangements for Nanny Dills Reed.
The number of plastic straws that people use. They proposed a law to fine or even jail waiters who bring straws to customers without being asked. Well, this week, the news from California is even worse. A Haskell history teacher, who's also a councilman, was caught on video smearing members of the military. Gregory Salcido sits on the Pico Rivera City Council, but it was in his classroom where he gave the speech of his life. At least one of his students had the presence of mind to record it. It was a profanity-filled rant. Mr. Salcido told his students that people join the military because they're losers. He said, we got a bunch of dumb blanks over there, he said. They're not like high-level thinkers. They're not academics. They're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low. Well, the school district refuses to comment on the videos because it's a personnel matter. Salcido's social media posts also contained anti-Trump rhetoric, according to news reports, which is no surprise. Now, beyond insulting our military, whose boots he isn't fit to tie, something else is troubling. This history teacher obviously felt totally comfortable saying these vile things in a classroom with no fear of any accountability. Says a lot about California schools and the left in general, doesn't it? Say, folks, the people at LifeLock wanted me to remind you there's a lot more to identity theft than you may have thought. Monitoring your credit or checking your bank statements, that might offer you some protection. But they only offer a limited view of what actually is going on with your identity. Now, you may not be able to detect it if your personal information is for sale on the dark web. That's why there's LifeLock. They use proprietary technology to alert you to a wider range of identity threats. And if you have a problem, one of their U.S.-based identity restoration specialists will work with you to fix it. Now, of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, you can see more identity threats that you may otherwise miss. Join now, get 10% off. Just go to promo code RUSH at 800-440-4833 or lifelock.com and use promo code RUSH. That's RUSH. 10% now at lifelock.com.
Mr. and Mrs. Business Owners, get your better return from your marketing dollars with the Sales and Advertising Department at WCAB. Get triple coverage from AM 590, Northland Cable Channel 5, and the World Wide Web. It works. Call Tracy or Jim. 287-3356.
Be the best Valentine for your Valentine. Send in a card to WCAB and be in the drawing for fabulous prizes, including dinner for two, chauffeured limousine ride to dinner, flowers, jewelry, candy, massages, and much more. Send a Valentine with your name and your sweetheart's name and your phone number. Tell us your favorite love song, and you could be the lucky winner. There'll be several daily drawings with some really nice prizes throughout the week of February the 12th. The preliminary prize winners will still be eligible for the grand prize drawing. The grand prize drawing will be held on Tuesday morning, February the 13th at around 8:45 on the Morning Show with Jim Bishop. The mailing address is WCAB, Post Office Box 511, Rutherfordton, North Carolina, 28139. Or you can just bring it to us here at 191 Whiteside Road in Rutherfordton. Now, it must be in our hands no later than 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Good luck, and stay tuned to see who is the lucky winner.
One of the hottest things going on in automobile world today is the fuel-efficient Ford Escape from Sisk Family Ford. You get more value for your money with the Ford Escape, and you'll appreciate the comfort and the value in this remarkable automobile. Try one on for comfort today at Sisk Family Ford, and whenever you need top-of-the-line service on any automobile you own, be sure to bring it to the experts at Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
You're spending more time indoors, I'm sure, with this cold weather. It gives you an opportunity to really look around and see those carpets and floor coverings that in your house or the wood floors that are beginning to show its age. This may be the year to do something about it. This may be the time of the year. Right now, here as we close out January, go into February, contact Southern Carpet. Nothing compares to their personalized in-store attention. You get a long-lasting tradition of quality, and they have more on hand ready to install high-quality floor products than anybody. Why don't you contact them? You can reach them at 245-0310 or go see them at 1512 West Main Street. And look at all the different kinds of floor covering and carpet there. Give you a really good opportunity to see and feel and touch and ask questions at Southern Carpet and get a head start on spring. Go to Southern Carpet and find the floors that fits your lifestyle.
When Sam Frazier was in his early 20s, he went to Texas and eventually joined the Texas Rangers Company C Frontier Battalion. Frazier tended to uphold the law only when it was to his advantage. Locals described him as a hard-faced and battle-scarred person. He's known to have killed a couple of men for their money. On another occasion, he was slightly wounded by a homeowner while ransacking his home. In retaliation, some of his buddies killed the homeowner and wounded his wife. Frazier was disliked by the Hispanics on both sides of the border, so they put a $1,000 reward on his head. Because of the controversy around Frazier, his boss, J.C. Ford, passed him over for promotion. This obviously didn't improve Frazier's attitude. Indirectly, Frazier threatened his boss's life. Then later, when Frazier was headed to town, Ford told him he couldn't go healed. Frazier came out with a "this town isn't big enough" statement, only it was Texas Rangers Company C wasn't big enough for Ford and me. Eventually, Ford agreed because on January 31, 1878, when Sam Frazier was getting off his horse, Ford called out his name and fired him on the spot. Actually, what Ford did was fire off one barrel of his shotgun, and as Frazier was on the ground pleading for mercy, Ford fired 5 rounds from his pistol. A hearing was held for Frazier's boss, J.C. Ford, to make sure the firing was in accordance to company policy. It was decided that because of threats and Frazier's dangerous disposition, it was a good firing. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
17 past 7 o'clock. Beautiful, great getting up morning here in the foothills. Big, beautiful moon out there. And we got some easy, crazy kind of weather, guessing kind of weather coming up this weekend. But we'll certainly keep you posted on any change that may happen. Right now, though, it is 31 degrees. Now let's check in with Sheriff Chris Francis and find out what's been happening in the world of crime fighting here in the county. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing this morning?
Doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well.
I am doing good. Good to hear you're doing well. Also, always good to hear your voice, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad your voice is better. You were a little croupy there for a while, but...
Happy to be back among the living.
Yeah. You sound like yourself again.
Thank you, sir.
What's on the report today?
Jim, in the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 140 calls of service. There have been 9 arrests processed at the county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 186. Among the arrests, Cody Lee Magala, 27-year-old white male of Mooresboro, was charged with possession of stolen firearm and carrying a concealed weapon, received a $5,000 secure bond. Brian Lee Pruitt, 36-year-old male of Ellenboro, was charged with speed dilute arrest, interfere with electronic monitor device, failure to appear, possession of Schedule 2, driving while license revoked, and received a $43,000 secure bond. Javier Jose Afandor, 36-year-old male of Mooresboro, was charged with 2 counts of resisted threat delay and received a $2,000 secure bond. Anise Camden Bumgarner, 36-year-old female of Boston, was charged with failure to appear and received a $5,000 secure bond. Among the incidents, we had a break-in to a motor vehicle on C.C. Lovelace Road in Roveton. Someone used a rock to bust the rear window out of that vehicle. It was a 2012 Hyundai. Nothing was missing, but the ignition switch was broken. They appeared to try to start it. We also had a misdemeanor larceny on McSwain Road in Forest City, where there were 4 Chevrolet Corvette wheel centers that were taken, valued at $90. We also had a dog bite report on Walnut Street, Mooresboro, where a dog had got out of a fence and bit someone that was walking by. It appears that no medical attention was sought with only minor injuries. And, Jim, that's what we had to report today.
Sure, I do appreciate that, and you have a safe day out there, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, and take care.
Thank you. 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Tonight is the big Tar Heel game. UNC Clemson. UNC at Clemson, 5:30 countdown tip-off. We'll join that tip-off right after News 13 at 6. It's always also State of the Union night here across the nation.
I told my friend about Olmsted Plumbing, and boy, was she happy.
What did she have to say?
I told her to call 245-7302, and they would get right out there.
And did she say she would
I told her to ask around. Homeowners, builders, and everybody likes Olmsted. Eric and Chad Olmsted and their team understand the homeowners' needs, and I like that.
They have an inventory of replacement parts and specialized equipment and tools for any job.
I told her that, too.
Well, what was that number again?
245-7302. That's 245.
Yeah, I got it. 245-7302. Olmsted Plumbing. Marie is up next from the Communications Center. Marie, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
Okay, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed for EMS 53 calls, for rescue 19. For law enforcement, the Sheriff's Department had 140, Forest City had 80, Lake Lure had 5, Rutherford had 33, Spindle had 59. For fire calls, Forest City responded to a motor vehicle accident and a residential fire alarm, and Rutherford responded to a motor vehicle accident. And that's all I have for the morning.
Thanks, Marie. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye. Well, wherever you're traveling this morning and need a cup of coffee, pull into one of the drop-in food stores. Get a hot cup of that S&D coffee. Delicious. You'll be pleased with it. But a lot of folks know about the good coffee and all the great food they have at drop-in, and they know that drop-in food store is your hometown convenience store since 1981. But did you know that drop-in is also giving back to the community? The drop-in in Major Lee's Deli were Rutherford County Veteran Services only Platinum Contributor for 2017. And they plan on being a Platinum Contributor again this year. The drop-in has donated over $2,000 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for the past 3 years. The drop-in, serving delicious food and caring for the heart of the community, too. Come on, support them. Come on, drop in. Ruby Taylor is up next. Danieltown is our sighting. Ruby, tell us what's going on over there.
Well, the fire department's quiet. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Chris Ellison having birthday today, and hope they have a nice day. And the signs are in the heart today and tomorrow, Jim, and that's all I got.
I appreciate it, Ruby. Thank you, and have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Your car only needs one place to prepare for the cooler months ahead. RS Speedy Lube, Railroad Avenue, Ruth. RS Express Inspection Station can get you back on the road and keep you legal. RS Speedy Lube Station has 2 lanes to get you in and out in no time. They carry wiper blades and will rotate your tires. Complete car care altogether, including transmission flush and car wash. Count on Chris and his team to take care of all your car needs. Make it your first stop. RS Speedy Lube Service Center, Railroad Avenue in Ruth.
Tonight is Chamber Night. Hope you'll make your plans. Even if you're not a member of the Chamber, we hope you'll be there at the Foundation Performing Arts Center at 6 o'clock. This year we'll have a panel of business leaders discussing both challenges and opportunities for 2018. On the panel is Terry Fountain, owner of Fountain Electric, Shelley Greff, owner of Copper Penny, Steve Garrison, the county manager, and Walter Dalton, president of Isothermal Community College. This is a time to review where we have been and announce expectations for 2018. It's going to be an exciting evening. It's due to your involvement and support that we can state this has been a successful year. We want to talk about that and make some projections for this year. The dinner is being catered by Copper Penny. Price of the dinner is $15 per person, $25 a couple. Just make your plans. Just call the Chamber, make your reservations, and be there tonight at 6 o'clock for this Chamber Night, looking where we've been and where we are right now and where we're going this year. You're invited. All right, let's check in with Steve and see if he's still got his feet on the ground up there. Steve, how breezy is it?
It is breezy. I walked outside this morning, and my hair just instantly went in all different directions. So I don't have a bad hair day.
Well, you should have put more glue on it to keep it tight.
I know. That's hey, good advice. But we had a nearby resident last night had a chimney fire. And we could talk about it because she caught it early, and the fire department came out there quickly and found the problem and resolved the problem real quick.
Good.
And restored her batteries that weren't working and her smoke detector. But her eyes and ears or her smell, nose, whatever, was working good, and they caught the issue early. So if you put a crate over your chimney to keep the critters out, you might want every now and then check it because it builds up and it backs up the heat and causes issues. And make sure you do the maintenance, general maintenance that needs to be done on those. If you use your fireplace often. Make sure you get that thing checked and cleaned out every year.
Yeah.
Because every year we have chimney fires. We just have them, and if you use your wood-burning stove or chimney all the time, then you need to have maintenance on it.
That grill soot can build up in a hurry.
Yes, sir. And but fortunately, a quick response, just to be able to see it early, and it all ends well. So we were happy. She's also an employee, so I won't say her name. But I'm bringing this up so other people will know from her story. We don't want people to have a bad ending, because people do, leave their wood-burning stoves. There's some coals when they leave the house sometimes. Some folks do that, and which is not necessarily a real dangerous thing, but just do all that needs to be done to your chimneys and your pipes and all this, that, and the other, and take care of yourself.
Good advice. So anyway, and as windy as the conditions are, things will get whipped up real good. When you have a fire, smoke backs up into the house and all that. It's not good. So. And for goodness sake, don't be burning any trash out back.
Ooh, not today, that's for sure. We don't want that to happen. To me, another example. I've been told how fast fire travels uphill, and we have a lot of hills over here. And when that happens, it's you can't outrun it.
Mm.
Yeah, so we certainly try to get the word out on all those things. But burning trash today is not a good thing. So we're hopefully that's going to be the only calamity that we have to talk about for this 24-hour period.
Good.
And the next, and as far as we can, hopefully in the future. But nevertheless, we try to learn from mistakes that are made where issues that turn out to be too bad. Just a reminder kind of issue. So.
It's always good to keep those at the top of your mind.
Yes, sir. We had some snow flurries coming down in here a little while ago. Coming to work, it was flurrying pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it sure was.
I looked at my app last night, my weather app last night before I went to bed, and it looked like at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock it was supposed to be snowing around here. I don't know if it did or not. I didn't stay awake to watch it.
We certainly got those flurries.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Is it coming down now?
Right now, it's hard to tell, but I don't see anything.
Yeah.
But it sure was coming down real good about an hour and a half ago.
All right. Well, keep your eye on that far. If you see another snowflake, let us know.
I will.
We got our snow watch out. It's in the
yes, sir.
It's in the forecast for the weekend, but we don't know how that's going to be yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that and do what needs to be done to take all the precautions here.
Steve, you have a great day up there, and I'll see you next time.
You do the same. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're being kind of plenty jolly today. 82. She lives a resident at White Oak. Want to wish her happy. Be sure to mark your calendars for this Friday. That'll be this Friday, February the 2nd, and Saturday, February the 3rd, for a super winter clearance sale at Cozy Fleece. Super clearance prices on microfiber sheets, twin and full, $5, queen and king, only $10. Yes, you heard it right. Also purchase the new memory foam pillow, new and improved, only $15. Also get the usual beautiful bath towel sets, comforters, robes, blankets, baby blankets, and much more. These will make great Valentine's gifts for you or someone else. The sale is Friday, February the 2nd, 10 to 5, and Saturday, February 3rd, 9 to 12, located on Duke Street, right beside Henson Timber Products.
Health insurance is complicated, and with healthcare reform on the way, it's not getting any simpler. If you've got questions, we've got agents. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent can walk you through the changes and offer you the right healthcare plan with the right benefits for you. Healthcare may be changing, but our superior service isn't. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Here's Bob Hodge. He's overlooking things up at Hudlow Fire District, and we have him on the radio now to give us that report. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good morning.
You blowing away up there, or you got your feet firmly implanted?
Oh, well, I filled my pocket full of rocks this morning.
That's probably a good idea.
I tell you, blow your head off your head out there this morning.
It will.
And it's cool, too. That wind makes it colder there, so at least the snow stayed up on the mountains there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far,
I'm glad of that, but Lord, it looked like they say we got another change towards the end of the week again, so I guess for sooner or later we'll get some more.
yeah. Somebody asked me the other day, did I think we'd have any more snow this winter? I said, I think you probably count on the fact we'll have some more at some point this winter.
At some point, we'll have some.
Yep.
It might be just a skip, but we'll get some more, I believe.
I think so.
But you going to do anything January, Jim? There's a couple of days left, ain't it, this month? So be February here.
Wow.
And Groundhog Day. Maybe he wants to see a shatter there, and we'll have early spring.
That'd be nice.
Yes, it would. But anyway, up here with the fire department, Jim, it's quiet during the night. We didn't have any fire calls, so that's good. And maybe it'll stay that way all day today. And like you say, if you get out there this morning, you better tie your hat down or put rocks in your pocket or something, because that wind's really whipping out there this morning. So, but Jim, you take care and you have a good day.
Thanks, Bob. I hope you do too. I appreciate you being on the radio with us, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next time.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye.
32 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. And we'll be back with the next phone call right after this.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
Now here's Sue Price with that report from the Cherry Mountain Fire District. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Jim.
Wind blowing over there?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's cold out there. I got 32 degrees. So
yes.
We got a cold morning. January's had a lot of cold days. And maybe going to have some cold ones coming up the 1st of February, the way it sounds.
Sure does.
Phew. Well, I hope it's snow, if anything. I don't like that sleet and ice. But we have to take what comes and just run with it. I see, 32 degrees, didn't have any calls from the fire department. Don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on my calendars. Let's see, Fairview's got birthdays for Deborah Chapman and Bailey Yelton, so I hope they will have a good day. And First Broad has a birthday for Kyle Towery, so happy birthday to Kyle, and I hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a good day today. And in my announcements, there will be a celebration of Abraham Lincoln's birthday, February 12th, at the Lincoln Center in Boston. Cupcakes will be served, and a hill tour will leave at 2 o'clock. If you want to see the birthplace, that's a good chance to go. And so far, that's the only announcement I've had come in. It's just quiet and calm over this way, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
So you have a good one, too, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Cherry Mountain Fire District, nice and quiet this morning. Well, with days like this, it calls for a big old hot bowl of soup for lunch, doesn't it? Well, Gregor's always has a good soup at lunchtime in the wintertime, and you can find it. He changes around from different places. I don't know what it is today. But I've had some good soup over there, and maybe a small salad if you want to go that route, or just a bowl of soup by itself, or a soup and a sandwich. Just choose it, and it'll be well prepared.
Rutherford County's favorite place to eat. Perfectly cooked burgers, pasta plates, grinders, steaks, fresh garden salad. Make one stop and you'll be a Gregory's fan for lunch or dinner. And if you're planning on us having a group get together for the Super Bowl, go ahead and let Gregory know, and he can prepare that treat for you. Good old hot wings over there, he'd do that for you. Maybe some grinders. Gregory's Original. Park Lane Plaza. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 8, Saturdays 4 to 9. Why don't you check them out? And we're upstate Union Mills now to get to Kelly Report. And here is the spokesperson for the Kelly Report live and in living color. Here is Brenda Kelly.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Brenda. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm getting better every day, so that's good. But I went out to see that moon, and I never did see it, but it was real bright over across the mountain here, so it must have done started going down that side of the mountain.
Well, it was big and full this morning, but I think that blue moon is, or that, what do you call it?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, that comes in tomorrow, but it was a big full moon this morning when I came in. So it was gone when you got up?
Well, I got up about 5 o'clock, and I looked out, and I didn't see it. And then when you mentioned something about it, I thought, well, let me go out on the front porch and look over to the right. And it was real bright, but I didn't see the moon, so it must have done been going down the other side of the mountain. So, no, I didn't get to see it. There were stars out there, but the moon, I didn't see the moon.
You didn't hear me howling at it?
No, I thought I did, but I wasn't sure.
Well, the moon is going to be providing a rare triple treat this week. On Wednesday, much of the world will get to see not only a blue moon and a supermoon, but also a total lunar eclipse, all rolled into one. Now, we may not get to see that. There hasn't been a triple lineup like this since 1982, and the next one won't occur until 2035. But the eclipse will be visible best in the western half of the United States, so that leaves us out. And in Canada before the moon sets early Wednesday morning, and across the Pacific into Asia as the moon rises Wednesday night into Thursday. Well, the blue moon is the second full moon in a month, so we've had that. A supermoon is a particularly close full or new moon, appearing somewhat bigger and brighter. A total lunar eclipse or blood moon for its reddish tinge has the moon completely bathed in Earth's shadows. Some people are calling it the Super Bowl of moons. Others prefer super blue blood moon. That's the tongue twister. Yeah. But anyway, it's a beautiful moon this morning.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister to say all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard earlier in the month that it was a special moon. So, but we had one on the 1st, and then we got one on the 31st.
Yep.
So, yep. So everybody needs to get out and see it and enjoy the pretty things that the Lord has given us to look at.
I hope it stays clear enough for folks to really get a view of the moon tonight or tomorrow morning early. I hope it doesn't cloud it over with all this stuff coming up going.
I'm so tired of hearing snow. I don't want no more snow.
You want me to just whisper it when I give the forecast? Just whisper that word?
Just sort of say it real softly.
there may be a change of snow this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, we've had enough, I think, but ain't nothing we can do about it. But
well,
I sure am tired of hearing it. But if it's in the forecast, it's in the forecast. And they got it up in the mountains, didn't they?
They sure did, yeah.
Well, let's see. I've got 28 degrees on the front porch today, birthdays, Missy Rhodes and Samantha Bowles. I don't have anything on Round Hill, so we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcement, Gilkey School Community Center is going to have a concealed handgun safety course. The cost is $50, and this will be February the 17th at 8 a.m. For information, call 429-7476 or 429-9075. And other than that, I don't have anything.
Well, listen, you stay warm up there. Keep your toes under the cover, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, have a good one. Catch you later.
It's Brenda Kelly reporting out of the woods up there in Union Mills. It's 40 minutes past 7. We're being kind of Flunny Jolly. She's a resident over White Oak and turns 82 today. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Schedule your free hearing test by calling Lisa Terry at 828-368-4126. She's in the Forest City office on Tuesdays and Thursdays and be glad to talk with you and answer all your questions about hearing. Now, you get some sound facts, too, over there about the years of service that Miracle Ear has been rendering worldwide, but it's an American-made product. They provide complete customer care packages, including 30-day satisfaction guarantee, lifetime care promise, 3-year limited warranty on all hearing solutions. Most insurance plans are accepted. Financing is available. You get an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Lisa Terry would love to answer your questions about how to improve your hearing the Miracle Ear way. Call her today, 828-368-4126. Luther Gilligan is up next to report from Ellenboro, North Carolina, US of A. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. I hope you're having a good day.
I'm having a wonderful day.
Me too. It's a great day down here. Cool. Don't figure I'll be sweating a whole lot today.
I don't think you will.
I'm not planning on working that hard. I may have stressful times, but it won't be from work. It's quiet there. There's more than nothing going on. The fire department had 2 calls. They had one yesterday, one about 6:30 last night. Other than that, they're quiet all night, quiet this morning. Just sitting back and enjoying a cup of coffee, trying to get awake. Before you go out this cold, but it won't take it long to wake up. Wake up in a hurry out of it. But nothing happened now. I won't wish happy birthday to Ethan Hawkins to have one. And Jacob Jordan, he's having one today. And Nicholas Ross is having one today. So we hope these fellows all have a great day and enjoy their day. Jim, nothing else going on down here. You have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Be careful over there, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take care now.
Bye. 7:42 on this 30th day of January. So if you were born to date on this date or were married on this date, we'd love to hear from you. Want to celebrate with you, so call the names into us now, and all those that are called in would be eligible to win the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. It's all that simple. Birthdays and anniversaries up next, 287-3356.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
More than 1 million Americans have heart attacks each year, and if you or a loved one experiences symptoms of a heart attack, every second matters. That's why the emergency department at Rutherford Regional Health System is a chest pain accredited facility. What does that mean to you? It means quality care here at home that could save precious seconds when treating the symptoms of heart attacks. To learn more about Rutherford Regional and its commitment to safe quality care, visit myrutherfordregional.com. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. That's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today. While they're fresh, they're good, they're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Flonnie Jolly, a resident. She's a resident of White Oak, turns 82 today. Also, we want to wish Sullivan Hawkins a happy birthday. He's a student at Rutherford Elementary, 10 years old. Others celebrating is Jeff and Shane Dotson. It's their 30-year anniversary. They live over in Shiloh. Lila Green is 4 over at Forest City. Gary Green of Spindale, which is Green's Auto Cell, also celebrating a birthday today. And Missy Rhodes and Samantha Bowles, all celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, so we congratulate you. Now we'll see who's going to win those donuts from Granny B's coming up.
A favorite nursery rhyme goes like this. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. According to those who know about such things, this piece of wisdom is a relic thousands of years old. Versions have appeared in 8 European languages. In its primitive stages, however, Humpty Dumpty was a riddle. It asked the question, what, when broken, can never be repaired, not even by strong or wise individuals? The answer is an egg. Regardless of how hard we try, a broken egg can never be put back together again. We simply have to learn to live with a mess. Our lives can be as fragile as an egg, and sometimes they can even get as messed up. Wrong decisions, bad choices, and unavoidable circumstances can turn a thing of beauty into despair. But a broken life doesn't have to stay that way. Oh, it is true that we cannot always put life back to its original design, but when we turn the pieces over to God, He is able to bring beauty out of ashes. He has a master design for each of our lives, and even when that design has been marred and scarred by our choices, He is able to refurbish it. The key is to let Him put it back together. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living. Why not visit our webpage at bwb.net/keys.
And a big big congratulations going out to Sullivan Hawkins. 10 years old, he's a student at Rutherfordton Elementary, and he's won the Daylight Donuts this morning from Granny B's. Congratulations, Sullivan. Now stand by for the third hour coming up. Andrew Tisdale will be in a few minutes to talk some sense about our financial investing. We'll have him in the Blue Room.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Some snow has been falling in the state this morning. The mountains saw enough to cause some schools to close. There are delays in openings of some schools in the central part of the state, too. Frozen precipitation is expected to cause few problems, though. National Weather Service meteorologist Jamie Morrow's in Raleigh and says
most of it's actually fell earlier this morning around the 2 to 4 a.m. time frame across the triad, so parts of Winston-Salem and Greensboro saw as much as a half inch. That's the highest amount we've gotten. Most areas are more around that quarter-inch amount.
A classified congressional memo that may undermine the Russian investigation is now under review by White House lawyers. The memo criticizes the intelligence community's handling of covert surveillance and claims government agents targeted Trump campaign officials. CBS News Justice correspondent Paula Reed.
The Justice Department warns that the release of this memo would be extremely reckless. But Republicans argue that this memo shows abuse of surveillance power at the Justice Department. Now, Democrats are also weighing in, saying that this vote to release the memo politicizes the intelligence gathering process.
Sheriff's deputies in Onslow County have charged a husband and wife with child pornography and rape of minor children. Douglas Maynard and Diane Louise Maynard of Sneed's Ferry were arrested. Schools around the country are taking flu days instead of snow days as the virus continues to spread at an alarming rate. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca talked with school officials in Dallas, Texas.
The flu is widespread in 49 states, and the CDC says 39 of those have especially high activity. Schools in at least 12 states have canceled classes for a few days for cleanup and recovery.
The new board for North Carolina's largest regional mental health agency has adopted policies targeting the lavish spending found by a state audit last year. Cardinal Innovations Healthcare's new board of directors met and handed control by the state. You're listening to NCN News.
The Southern Farm Show returns to the NC State Fairgrounds January 31 through February 1st. It's your once-a-year opportunity to see over 400 companies with the latest equipment, supplies, and services. Compare prices, talk to experts, and make smart plans for the coming growing season. Plus, there's plenty for landscape and construction professionals. Don't miss the Lumberjack Show, sponsored by Steel. And Friday night is the Southern National Draft Horse Pull. Show admission and parking are free. Details at southernfarmshow.com.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Okay, in less than 30 seconds, I know I can make you hungry. Ready? Here we go. Chicken breast, chicken wing, drumstick, pulled pork barbecue, potato salad, coleslaw, sweet iced tea. I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Where am I going? I'm headed to Smithfield's.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Members of the community came together last night to honor the short life of a 4-year-old Scotland County boy, Raoul Johnson, who was the subject of an Amber Alert last week. Casey Locklear, the aunt of Raoul, tells ABC 11.
When I really expected to go out and look for a couple hours and say, where you been? Don't do that to us no more. And never in a million years would I have ever imagined that this would be the outcome.
Raoul's body was found in a pond not too far from his home over the weekend. A horrifying experience for young amusement park goers in California. Deborah Rodriguez has that.
At Disneyland,
poor unfortunate soul.
Terrified young children were the unfortunate ones. They cried after Ursula's head came off unexpectedly inside Ariel's underwater Little Mermaid adventure ride. Video taken by a rider shows the animatronic continued to sing and dance to her signature song, even though she'd been decapitated. No comment from Disney on the apparent malfunction.
Yes, I do.
Deborah Rodriguez.
North Carolina government's top fiscal analyst has officially set a goal for the state's rainy day reserve fund that, once met, should help fill large shortfalls encountered during most recessions. A law approved last year requires a set percentage of annual revenue growth be transferred to the reserve. How young is too young for Facebook? Over to CBS's Vicki Barker.
Facebook launched its free Messenger Kids app last month with a pitch from COO Sheryl Sandberg.
As a mom, I know how meaningful it can be when kids use technology to connect with family and friends.
Sandberg calling it a safe space where parents can control kids' online interactions. But a group letter from child development experts urges Facebook to pull the app. They argue kids under 13 are just too young to handle the complexities of online relationships.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB Sales Department today at 287-3356.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Just announced what could be a major shakeup in the healthcare industry with a collaboration of 3 giant companies.
Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and J.P. Morgan Chase say they're creating a new healthcare company just for their employees. In a press release, the trio says the venture will be cheaper than average insurance because it will be, quote, free from profit-making incentives. They also said they'll focus on technology to bring healthcare costs down, and with their vast resources will create new solutions for thousands of employees and potentially all Americans.
That's ABC's Brad Wilkie. 5 days, that's how long President Trump now has to decide whether to declassify a Republican memo. It's said to show the FBI and Justice Department used improper surveillance as a part of the investigation into Russian tampering in the 2016 election. ABC Senior Law and Justice Department correspondent Pierre Thomas.
The memo arrived at the White House after the House Intelligence Committee voted along party lines to publicly release the document. Republicans saying it's all about transparency. But the Justice Department has called the potential release of the report without time to address security concerns reckless for the potential risk of harm to national security and ongoing investigations. And Democrats are crying foul.
The Democrats on the committee want a memo to be drafted. They also released. The committee voted not to do that. The White House insists the president is not focused on that memo today. Instead, he's preparing for his first State of the Union speech.
The address will focus on 5 key issues: jobs and the economy, infrastructure, trade, national security, and immigration. That, of course, is the big issue right now on Capitol Hill as lawmakers work to negotiate a permanent fix for the nearly 700,000 undocumented immigrants protected under DACA.
ABC's Karen Travers at the White House. Guests in the First Lady's box tonight will include a family who just bought their first home and those who've lost loved ones to MS-13 gang violence. The White House says President Trump spent the weekend editing his speech and did a full run-through with White House Map Room on Monday. You're listening to ABC News.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit Zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's Zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now and invest in an asset that can potentially pay for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC defined accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. Call now to learn how you can potentially achieve 20 or more years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income. Call 1-800-803-8511. That's 1-800-803-8511. Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary.
New worries about the state of our infrastructure.
A report from the American Road and Transportation Builders Association offers an unsettling look at the interstate freeway system and its 1,800 structurally deficient bridges and overpasses. 60 million vehicles pass over those bridges every day, including 75% of the country's tractor-trailer rigs.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan. Ireland's Prime Minister says a vote is coming on whether that country should lift an abortion ban.
Abortion is legal in Ireland only in rare cases where the woman's life is in danger. Abortion is not permitted for any other reason, including cases of rape or incest. Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar, for one, wants to see the law loosened up.
The Minister for Health has been given approval to prepare a referendum bill to amend the Constitution. It'll be the 36th amendment to our Constitution.
In late May, voters will be asked whether they want to retain the current amendment or repeal it, and hand over responsibility to the Parliament to work out legislation. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
The Humane Society of the United States has hired a law firm to look into the allegations of workplace misconduct against its CEO. The Washington Post first reporting the firm filed 3 complaints of sexual harassment. And look up in the sky. It's a fake star. Rocket Lab, a private rocket company, says it recently launched basically a giant disco ball into orbit. To the naked eye, looks kind of like a twinkling star. One Caltech astronomer calls it space graffiti. This is ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Don't go bankrupt. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
Sherry
North Carolina Tractor Supply, your Massey Ferguson dealer in Rutherford, has some really great ideas this year. This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherford.
We may see a few early morning clouds here and there. Otherwise, we'll look for mostly sunny to sunny skies as we head through the day, thanks to high pressure building our way from the west. It'll be breezy and cooler than yesterday. May see some gusts to around 25 or 35 miles per hour as high temperatures reach about 40 to 46. Tonight will be mainly clear and cold with lows in the upper teens to low 20s. Then we'll see plenty of sunshine Wednesday with a few high cirrus clouds. A little warmer, highs 46 to 51. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Move up to 32. We're just about the thawing out stage this morning. 32 degrees, warming up to about 42, but it's not going to feel like it. With that wind blowing, it's going to feel like 21. Wind's going to be gusting to about 18 miles per hour today. Clear again tonight, lows around 20. Sunny tomorrow, highs around 48. And then Thursday, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting to 16. So we're going to be around 55 for the daytime high, but that's going to feel a lot cooler than that. And Thursday night, mostly cloudy with scattered showers. And there is a chance of precipitation on Thursday night, 40%. And Friday morning, early, based on that percentage of precipitation, partly cloudy with a chance of rain and snow Friday morning. That chance of precipitation is only about 20%, though. And then Friday night, mostly clear, lows around 22. Saturday, partly cloudy, highs around 46. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of snow. Right now, only a 20% chance of that happening, but we'll see what happens between now and Saturday. Sunday morning early, mostly cloudy with a chance of rain and snow. 40% chance, scattered showers Sunday night. Wind chill value as low as 26. And Monday morning, partly cloudy with scattered snow showers, highs around 49, with a 40% chance of precipitation. It's all in the iffy stage right now. We'll keep watching what happens out there in the cold, cruel world of weather observation, and we'll keep you posted on what's going to happen. But right now, it's throwing out 32 degrees. Congratulations to Sullivan Hawkins. He's 10 years old. He goes to Rutherfordton Elementary School. He won the Daylight Donuts this morning from Granny B's. And we're being kind to Flanie Jolly. She's a resident over at White Oak, and she turns 82 today. She's our newest member of the WCAB Be Kind 2 Hall of Fame. We have some Be Kind 2 dates open. Matter of fact, tomorrow's open. If you want to fill some dates for the upcoming February dates, give Lou a call. Lou gets excited when you call her about Be Kind 2, so make her happy this morning. Fill those dates for February. And tomorrow, the last day of January, we happen to have an open date as well. So think about birthdays and anniversaries, and let's see if we can honor your friends and your neighbors, or maybe even you. Tuesday morning, and Andrew Tisdale has graced us with his presence here in the Blue Room this morning. Mr. Tisdale, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel a welcoming grace to be able to be gracing your presence.
Always a pleasure to see you here. Talk about how we can make sense out of our investment, and you always have a great idea, so tell us what's going on.
Who are you pulling for this weekend?
Who's playing?
Good question. Patriots and Eagles.
I don't really know. I haven't even looked at the I probably want to see the team that hadn't won
before
win it.
So you're like me. You don't mind the Patriots, but you want somebody else to win.
Right.
So
I like to see the underdog win once in a while.
Every now and then. Yeah. Every now and then. Well, just like me, there's going to be a lot of eyes on that game in Minneapolis on February the 4th. Take a look at the quarterbacks. What is the actual role of the quarterback of the team? Their main role is to take what the head coach has visioned, the goals of the team, and communicate it to the people on the field. Put a trusted quarterback on your financial team. Put somebody who can communicate with your other teammates, your goals, your aspirations, and how you're going to get there. That's the financial advisor for your team. We've been talking about when to pick a financial advisor, what to look for in financial advisors. Now let's hit another way to put it. That's your quarterback. For example, suppose you're a self-employed and you contribute to a self-employed IRA. Because your contributions are made with pre-tax dollars, the more you put in, the lower your taxable income. The lower your taxable income, the more money you save because you're not paying as much in taxes. So, as a team that can communicate, you as the head coach, share your goals with your quarterback, share your goals with your CPA, your coordinator, and then they communicate on how to get to those goals. Your CPA and your quarterback, your financial advisor, will be able to communicate and say, how much can we put in this year? How much could we put in this year? How much this quarter? How much that quarter? That communication is going to be very key to helping you reach your long-term goals. Another person that your quarterback needs to be communicating to is your attorney. Your attorney would be able to communicate to leave your legacy. Your quarterback is going to give all your assets in your IRAs, your 401ks, your insurance policies, so that they know when the time comes how it's to be dispersed. Who is your beneficiaries in your IRAs, your 401ks, and your insurance policies? Having that communication and having that team in place is going to help you win that Super Bowl.
Good advice. You know, I hadn't thought about the Super Bowl being this weekend.
You're a Tar Heel fan,
I'm
aren't
really
you?
out of it.
You're out of it?
I'm really out of it. I've been watching the weather and lost contact with the Super Bowl.
You know what?
I'm sort of turned off with the NFL right now anyway. So.
Well, I understand. I understand that. I understand
Just a big restaurant out in, so I've got the story here. Some big restaurant, big sports bar actually, said they're refusing to air the game over their TVs in their bar this year because of the protesting of the
national anthem.
But I don't know how many of these fellows playing Sunday night are going to be protesting, but he's so upset with them he's not even going to show the game.
You know, that will be interesting to see what would happen when the national anthem is played.
Yeah.
How many do protest that. I wish they could just understand, though, people who have had members in service.
Yeah.
How that, I mean, those people actually died, so they could actually protest.
Absolutely.
And that's
there's any number of ways they could get their point across without offending all of these thousands and thousands of people who have military people who have lost their lives because of the freedoms that we wanted to. But they chose to offend thousands of people across America because of their own little idiosyncrasy of protest. There's any number of ways they could have protested without offending me and offending you and all these other people.
Well, you know, it's a God-given blessing that we have this freedom.
Absolutely. I'll fight for their right to do that. But there's any number of ways they could protest other than slamming my country and my Constitution, my flag.
And I've been told before, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Absolutely. I'll see you next week.
We'll see who wins the Super Bowl.
Bobby, tell us where your office is.
My office is in the Food Line Plaza. If you pull in to go grocery shopping at Food Line in Rutherford, you just look ahead and you'll see my office. Give me a call at 287-9197 or just stop in.
I'll see you next week. Enjoy the game.
See ya.
All right, bye-bye.
Mr. and Mrs. Business Owners, get your better return from your marketing dollars with the Sales and Advertising Department at WCAB. Get triple coverage from AM 590, Northland Cable Channel 5, and the World Wide Web. It works. Call Tracy or Jim. 287-3356.
Be the best Valentine for your Valentine. Send in a card to WCAB and be in the drawing for fabulous prizes, including dinner for two, chauffeured limousine ride to dinner, flowers, jewelry, candy, massages, and much more. Send a Valentine with your name and your sweetheart's name and your phone number. Tell us your favorite love song, and you could be the lucky winner. There'll be several daily drawings with some really nice prizes throughout the week of February the 12th. The preliminary prize winners will still be eligible for the grand prize drawing drawing. The grand prize drawing will be held on Tuesday morning, February the 13th at around 8:45 on the Morning Show with Jim Bishop. The mailing address is WCAB, Post Office Box 511, Rutherfordton, North Carolina 28139, or you can just bring it to us here at 191 Whiteside Road in Rutherfordton. Now, it must be in our hands no later than 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Good luck, and stay tuned to see who is the lucky winner.
Hello, this is John Higgins, pharmacist and owner of Smith's Drugs of Forest City. I would like to take this moment to thank all of our customers for their patronage and loyal support over the past year. We look forward to meeting the needs of our customers in everything we do at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. And we're grateful for you and the pleasure we have of serving the residents of Rutherford County. Have a happy and safe New Year from all of us here at Smith's Drugs of Forest City.
Thanks very much, John. 15 minutes now past 8 o'clock. Let's look at some stories from here and there, maybe a few comments along the way. Sad news for the town of Spindale. They're losing their bank. Spindale BB&T to close. The bank's location at 153 West Main Street, which has been occupied by financial institutions for decades. Many of your parents and grandparents banked there for many years. They're closing their doors May 18th. BB&T Vice President of Corporate Communications, David White, doesn't anticipate any layoffs as a result of the closure and said most of the branch associates will be transferred to other locations. Still, the Spindale mayor counts this as a loss, and I don't blame him. How could a town like Spindale lose its bank when Rutherford they have 5, I believe, counting the credit union? Mayor Bland said to lose a bank in any town is certainly a blow to its character. This is an inconvenience to the businesses and citizens who bank at BB&T, and similar to losing a post office. You lose some of your identity when you lose the only financial institution left in town. Watt said the decision comes after much consideration. Well, it's a sad thing that they don't think enough about our town to keep a branch open here in Spindale. White encourages Spindale clients to use BB&T through the Rutherfordton branch at 134 Charlotte Road, located fewer than 2 miles from the Spindale location. Bland said the town has been aggressively seeking another financial institution to serve the citizens of Spindale. He has been in touch with one such business, which cannot yet be named. That institution is interested, but this is the early stages. Though he's hopeful that something will come of that conversation, Bland said only time will tell. It also remains to be seen whether BB&T will relinquish ownership of the building to another bank. That's down the road, Bland said. We'll just have to wait and see. Be a perfect time for a community bank to form of some kind, a small community-owned bank to form there in downtown Spindale. I don't bank at the Spindale BB&T, but I think it's a shame that they have chosen to pull out of downtown Spindale. Spindale is, I don't know who banks there, who doesn't bank there, but all the restaurants there on Main Street and all the things that are coming to our county in time to come, it's a shame that Spindale residents will not have a local bank they can go to. That's just my cup of tea. Well, the Daily Courier is also reporting that the flu continues to spread. Urgent care and walk-in clinics are extremely busy with flu folks. As the spread of the flu continues across the county, state, and nation, Rutherford Regional Medical Center's emergency department saw a large percentage of flu-like illnesses during the weekend, according to Matt Weber, Administrative Director, Marketing and Business Development for Rutherford Regional Health System. Weber also reported the system's own walk-in clinic at Forest City Family Care also saw a large percentage of flu-like illness. It has especially increased over the last 2 weeks, he said. At Carolina's Medical Center's Urgent Care Center in Forest City, dozens of patients were seen, and the clinic had to remain open for a lengthy period after the routine closing time in order to see patients. Number of Rutherford County school-age students, faculty, and staff have also missed school days due to the flu. The flu is affecting kindergarten students through high school students, and even more than that. So just please take care of yourself. Wash your hands constantly. If you hold menus or from restaurants, you shake hands with people or hold railings as you go down steps, or whatever you're doing, handle money that somebody else has handled. Keep your hands washed thoroughly with soap and water and also some antiseptic of some kind. 19 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Let's look at some other stories. The Polk County Sheriff's Office recently received a new canine, and on his way first day of work, he assisted in several arrests. Canine Karak is a 2-year-old Belgian Shepherd whose handler is Sergeant Joshua Kujawa. Polk County Sheriff Donald Hill said Karak, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it great, K-A-R-A-K, Karak, is trained to locate 6 different narcotics. He is also trained in tracking and in article location. Karak was trained by Shallow Creek Kennels out of Pennsylvania. Sergeant Kujawa also trained with Karat in Pennsylvania for 4 weeks. His first day on the job resulted in 2 arrests for meth. He'll also said on the first day Karak assisted a local agency in Homeland Security with a money sniff that resulted in the seizure of approximately $10,000 and had other hits that night on the job for other arrests. Karak joins the Sheriff's Office as a second canine officer. Canine Rento is a Dutch Shepherd who is handled by Officer Jared McFalls. This is Kujawa's first canine. He said Karak was purchased from drug seizure money as well as some money already budgeted. Those dogs really work well for the departments like that. They work well, they're trained well, and they never ask for a pay raise. Down in Chesney, a man is accused of kicking in a woman's door, stealing items, and hitting her. According to the Spartanburg County Sheriff's Office, Channel 7 News is reporting that deputies say they responded to the 100 block of Hub Greer Road on January 28th around 1:54 p.m. The victim said a man she used to live with came over to her home and kicked in the door. She said Brad Keaton High, 52, began demanding money and items from her. She refused, and High ran into her bedroom and then came back and punched her in the nose. High went back into the bedroom and stole items and put them in a pillowcase. She said High then came at her again and punched her in the back of the head before he left. Deputies say they saw a minor abrasion to the victim's nose and cheek. Another person in the home said he heard a commotion in the front room and came out to see what appeared to be High hitting her. The witness said he heard High say the victim cut him with a knife. Deputies went to a home on Landrum Road to talk to High. A person in that home answered the door and they saw High run to the back of the residence. Deputies tried to talk to High, but he had locked himself in a bedroom and would not talk. According to reports, deputies then left the scene. High later made contact with the deputies and said he never put a hand on the victim. I never touched her, he said. When deputies asked if he had kicked in the door or stole items, I said he did, and he did it because he needed to get her to listen to him. I told deputies he would get the items back to the victim. He also said the victim hit him with a baseball bat and bit his arm. High was arrested and warrants were issued for burglary, 1 first-degree common law robbery. Well, she beat him up, or somebody beat him up pretty bad. I'm going to hold a picture up there to the camera. Those of you can see his head there. He got really bruised, bloody spots all over his head. Somebody got to him pretty good. 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, the Sheriff's Report with Sheriff Chris Francis is coming up here in just a moment.
I know what I want from my energy company. I want to know that my power is always on and that my energy is cleaner, safer, and affordable. That's why as a Duke Energy lineman, I'm working hard to make that possible. I feel honored to serve our community. It's a good feeling knowing that I'm helping to build a smarter, reliable energy future for all of us, for my family and for yours.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news for taxpayers this year. Check this out. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000, no interest. Why wait weeks for your refund when you could get money at Block today? See? Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get money faster. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from B of I Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Hey, this is Evan from your locally owned H&R Block office. Visit us today to get your maximum refund guaranteed.
If you're interested in buying groceries and saving money, then you should head on over to Jay's Discount Grocery because they got it all. They got groceries, your favorites. They got top choice meats cut fresh daily, steaks, roast, pork chops, cube steaks, and much more. And it's all discounted, all at Jay's Discount Grocery. They're open convenient hours, Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturdays, 8 to 8. And every item on every shelf, on every aisle, every day is discounted. That's Jay's Discount Grocery at Forest City, Oak Street in Forest City. Here now is Sheriff Chris Francis with the report.
In the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has responded to 140 calls of service. There have been 9 arrests processed at the county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 186. Among the arrests, Cody Lee Magala, 27-year-old white male of Mooresboro, was charged with possession of stolen firearm and carrying a concealed weapon, received a $5,000 secure bond. Brian Lee Pruitt, 36-year-old male of Ellenboro, was charged with speed dilute arrest, interfere with electronic monitor device, failure to appear, possession of Schedule 2, driving while license revoked, and received a $43,000 secure bond. Javier Jose Afandor, 36-year-old male of Mooresboro, was charged with 2 counts of resist direct delay and received a $2,000 secure bond. Anise Camden Baumgartner, 36-year-old female of Boston, was charged with failure to appear and received a $5,000 secure bond. Among the incidents, we had a break-in to a motor vehicle on C.C. Lovelace Road in Rutherford. Someone used a rock to bust the rear window out of that vehicle. It was a 2012 Hyundai. Nothing was missing, but the ignition switch was broken. They appeared to try to start it. We also had a misdemeanor larceny on McSwain Road in Forest City, where there were four Chevrolet Corvette wheel centers that were taken, valued at $90. We also had a dog bite report on Walnut Street, Mooresboro, where a dog had got out of a fence and bit someone that was walking by. It appears that no medical attention was sought with only minor injuries. And, Jim, that's what we had to report today.
Virginia Tech at home against Virginia, and didn't play very well. The other teams dominated us in both games, and so it's not a good feeling, but it's the ACC, and we've got to bounce back and try to see if we can play well down at Clemson tonight.
And as you heard, they are playing Clemson tonight, number 19, North Carolina, on the road to visit the number 20 Tigers. They also have Pittsburgh on the schedule Saturday. Pittsburgh stinks, so they need to win that one. On the pro court, the Indiana Pacers pulled away late for a 105-96 victory over the Hornets. Kemba Walker finished with 23 points and a trio of three-pointers to lead Charlotte, who have lost 2 straight and 4 of their last 6. This is NCN Sports.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
Mired in an 8-game losing streak, the Detroit Pistons reportedly have acquired forward Blake Griffin from the LA Lakers. A person with knowledge of the deal tells the AP that the Clippers would also give up Bryce Johnson and center Willie Reed while receiving forward Tobias Harris, guard Avery Bradley, and Boban Marjanovic, and draft picks. Griffin is averaging almost 23 points and 8 rebounds in 33 games this season. Jason Day sank an 18-inch birdie putt on the 6th playoff hole to beat Alex Noren to win the Farmers Insurance Open in front of an empty grandstand on number 18 at Torrey Pines. Day and Noren had to return Monday morning after grinding through 5 playoff holes on Sunday before it got too dark to continue. They finished with a tie with Brian Palmer at 10 under through regulation before Palmer bowed out on the first extra hole. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
It's cold.
How cold?
Well, just go outside.
That's when you know it's for real.
We're helping you survive the winter. Today's hits and yesterday's memories. Family-friendly AM 590, WCAB.
More than 1 million Americans have heart attacks each year. And if you or a loved one experiences symptoms of a heart attack, every second matters. That's why the emergency department at Rutherford Regional Health System is a chest pain accredited facility. What does that mean to you? It means quality care here at home that could save precious seconds when treating the symptoms of heart attacks. To learn more about Rutherford Regional and its commitment to safe quality care, visit myrutherfordregional.com.
We may see a few early morning clouds here and there. Otherwise, we'll look for mostly sunny to sunny skies as we head through the day, thanks to high pressure building our way from the west. It'll be breezy and cooler than yesterday. May see some gusts to around 25 or 35 miles per hour as high temperatures reach about 40 to 46. Tonight will be mainly clear and cold with lows in the upper teens to low 20s. Then we'll see plenty of sunshine Wednesday with a few high cirrus clouds. A little warmer, highs 46 to 51. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but it is cold out there. That breezy condition is really affecting us all, gusting up to 18 miles per hour, that wind is. Wind chill value as low as 21. We are at 32 temperature-wise, according to Peter the meter reader. Now tonight, clear, lows around 20, and winds only about 5 miles per hour tonight. Sunny tomorrow with 48. Feels good tomorrow. Mostly clear tomorrow night, lows around 29. Now, from that point on, it becomes a chess game. Who's moving where and which meteorologist is saying what, and which weather forecast do we listen to or watch. But we'll keep you posted. Right here, we got some chances of some rain and snow this weekend, but unlikely at this point of any accumulation. But that's at this point. So stay tuned, and you can always check the weather from our website at www.wcab59.com. Congratulations to Sullivan Hawkins. He's a 10-year-old student at Rutherfordton Elementary School. He won the Daylight Donuts this morning from Granny B's. And we're being kind to Flonnie Jolly. She's a resident at White Oak, turns 82 today. Now, I was talking with Andrew earlier about the Super Bowl and wonder if there'd be any protests of the national anthem and whether or not it's the thing to do and how important it is that we recognize all those folks that gave their lives, that we might have that freedom to protest plus freedom to recognize it. When they protest, they're a slamming in the face of all those folks who've lost family members or have family members who are hurt in some way, can't walk, can't see, those kind of things that hurt. It's a slam in their face when they publicly protest. There's many, many different ways they can protest, get their point across without slamming in the face of all those folks. How long has it been? When did the national anthem start being played or sung at a sporting event? Our big research team here this morning, all of our people went to work and pulled the research out, and Lou Gillum is chief of that research team, and she's here to give us some information on when that first started. Lou, when was that first start?
Well, with all the controversy, we got, of course, the Super Bowl coming up, racing season's starting, Braves season, we've got the Braves coming up. Well, following President Trump's continued criticism of the athletes choosing to protest by kneeling during the national anthem, NFL players across the country were faced with the question what to do while the Star-Spangled Banner played before the game. Now, more than 200 players chose to sit or kneel, but the question is, how did the national anthem become such a part of professional sporting events in the United States? Now, the earliest documented performance of the Star-Spangled Banner at a baseball game occurred May the 15th, 1862, during the opening game at Union Baseball and Cricket Grounds in Brooklyn, New York. That, according to Mark Ferris, who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, The Unlikely Story of America's National Anthem. But he later explained hiring a band was a big cost, that the anthem was saved for special occasions for the opening day. One famous example of this kind of special occasion was the first game of the World Series in 1918. Now, Americans were so rattled by World War I that the game almost didn't happen, that according to World War I Sentinel Commission, out of respect for the soldiers, baseball officials wanted to cancel the World Series between the Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs. When it became known, however, American soldiers fighting in France were eager to know the series results, the games were commenced. On a more local level, Chicago was particularly on edge after a bombing at a federal building that housed a post office that left 4 people dead, with many suspecting that labor activists were behind that at the time when anti-union sentiment was very high. Red Sox third baseman and furloughed U.S. Navy sailor Fred Thomas' rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner was so moving that the New York Times led its recap of the game not with a rundown of the athlete's performance, but with an assessment of Thomas's performance. And that was, far different from any incident that has ever occurred in the history of baseball, was the great moment of the World Series game between the Chicago Cubs and the Red Sox. Came at Kaminsky Park this afternoon during the 7th inning stretch as a crowd of 19,274 spectators stood up to take their afternoon yawn. The band broke forth to the strains of the Star-Spangled Banner. The yawn was checked, heads were bared as the ball players turned quickly about to face the music. Jackie Fred Thomas of the U.S. Navy was at attention, stood erect with his eyes set on the flag, fluttering at the top of the lofty pole in the right field. First the song was taken up by few, then others joined, and when the final notes came, a great volume of melody rolled across the field. It was at the very end that the onlookers exploded into the thunderous applause and rent the air with a cheer that marked the highest point of the day's enthusiasm. The mind of the baseball fan was on the war. The patriotic outburst following the singing of the national anthem was far greater than the upheaval of emotion which was greeted when Babe Ruth and the Boston Southpaw when he conquered Hippo Him Vaughn and the Cubs in a seething fling duel of a score of 1-0. But here's where the story changes just a little bit. The Times referred to the song as the national anthem. Now, that wasn't technically the case yet. The song was just then an anthem for the U.S. Army and Navy, but it would prove to have legs even if the Cubs' World Series record would not. The outpouring of sentiment, enthusiasm, and patriotism at the 1918 World Series went a long way to making the song the national anthem. President Herbert Hoover signed a bill into making the Star-Spangled Banner, as it was always known, the official anthem of the U.S., and that was done in 1931.
Would you repeat that, please? No, I'm just kidding.
It was just known as the Star-Spangled Banner, but it did not become the official anthem of the U.S. until 1931.
And we've respected it ever since, and we've had a lot of folks stand and salute the flag and bow their heads in meditation and remembrance, and there's no reason why we can't continue doing that, because a person decided they have a protest against something or somebody. If I'm convinced that if the cameras had stayed off of him and they hadn't made a big report story out of that, it would not be a big issue today.
Anytime you make a big issue over some Madonna's book back in the 80s, Truth or Dare, when that book came out, there was a big deal at the bookstores and the malls. Preachers were standing at the door trying to bar people from going in. Had they just left that book alone, not mentioned it, that's just an example of something. That book nobody paid a bit of attention to that book.
The press leads it on. Speaking of these folks that protest and political correctness, I have a story where the Cleveland Indians have bowed to political correctness. Divisive and hotly debated, the Chief Wahoo logo is being removed from the Cleveland Indians uniform next year. They've had that uniform with that logo since the beginning, I guess. The polarizing mascot is coming off the team's jersey sleeves and caps starting in the 2019 season, a move that will end Chief Wahoo's presence on the field but may not completely silence those who deem it racist. The Associated Press was informed of the decision before an official announcement was planned for Monday by Major League Baseball. After lengthy discussions between team owner Paul Dolan and Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, the Indians are taking the extraordinary step of shelving the big-tooth, smiling, red-faced caricature, which has been used in various expressions by the team since 1947. 1947, and now it's offensive. However, the American League team will continue to wear the Wahoo logo on its uniform sleeves and caps in 2018, and the club will still sell merchandise featuring the mascot in Northeast Ohio. Now, the team must maintain a retail presence so that the Major League Baseball and the Indians can keep ownership of the trademark. Manfred said in a statement, Major League Baseball is committed to building a culture of diversity and inclusion throughout the game. Over the past year, we encouraged dialogue with the Indians organizations about the club's use of Chief Wahoo logo. Nonetheless, the club ultimately agreed with that position that the logo is no longer appropriate for on-field use in Major League Baseball. So they're removing it from the on-field uniform at the start of the 2019 season. Under growing pressure to eliminate Chief Wahoo, the club has been transitioning away from the logo in recent years. The Indians introduced a Block C insignia on some of their caps and have removed signs with the Wahoo logo in it around the Progressive Field, the team's downtown ballpark. I remember when the Atlanta Braves used to have Chief Wahoo, or is that his name? Chief Nakahoma. That was his name, Chief Nakahoma. He was at every home game, stood up in the stands, he cheered people on, and he dressed like an Indian, Chief Nakahoma. And I think Ted Turner stopped that years ago, even before the protest started about how offensive it was. They took Chief Nakahoma's job away from him, and for the Braves started losing. They lost about every game there for a while because Chief Nakahoma, I guess, was honing them because he lost his job. But I don't know, this political correctness stuff's got us. It's getting out of hand. Up in Buncombe County, 2 heroin and methamphetamine traffickers, as well as 5 others, were arrested Friday during an operation by the Buncombe County Anti-Crime Task Force. According to a news release from the Buncombe County Sheriff's Office, Augustine Manuel Vega and James Mark Russell, both of Asheville, were both arrested and charged with 2 counts of trafficking in heroin, 2 counts of trafficking in methamphetamine, 1 count of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver, and on the charges go. Vega was being held on an $800,000 bond, and Russell was being held on an $825,000 bond. They arrested several people that were involved with that and got them, at least got them arrested for now. And hopefully, you would think they would be smart enough to learn from that and recognize, there's a better way to make a living than having to hide behind doors and wonder if the cops are going to catch me, and hiding behind dark streets and threatening people. There's a better way to make a living, it seems to me. I mean, get a decent job and go to work 9 to 5 or whatever it takes, and put some money in the bank and have a family and go to church and get rid of this asinine behavior. Well, I mentioned also to Andrew earlier, there's a restaurant in Greenville. It's called the Palmetto Restaurant and Ale House in Greenville. Is the highest rated, the Super Bowl is the highest rated and most watched television program annually. But this restaurant, Palmetto Restaurant and Ale House in Greenville, won't show the big game February the 4th. That's because the owner of the restaurant has been turning off NFL games for almost the entire season. And that won't change on Super Bowl Sunday. He's determined, he's set his mind to it. That's his little protest. The restaurant will not show Super Bowl, and its Facebook page is promoting an alternative event featuring live music starting at 6 o'clock. David McCraw, the owner of Palmetto Restaurant and Ale House, turned off all NFL games on September the 24th, 2017. The U.S. Air Force veteran said he took his stand because many NFL players didn't take the stand during the national anthem. McCraw said Monday, confirming that none of his restaurants, 30-plus televisions, will be showing the Super Bowl because of NFL players kneeling or otherwise protesting during the playing of the national anthem as the American flag is displayed. He says it's disrespectful to those who have died defending our country. It shows extraordinary disrespect for those who have risked their lives and have lost their lives. So he's making that he's making his own protest, not going to show it, and doing an alternative live band. NFL players' protests have primarily been in response to police brutality. The protests have occurred during the Star-Spangled Banner, with players refusing to stand or conducting the other acts of defiance. The issue, of course, was inflamed by President Donald Trump who said protests should be fired and using a derogatory term for any player who protests. McCraw claims he didn't know about Trump's comments when he decided to boycott the game, saying it was a coincidence. Our feelings were the same. Since turning off NFL games, the 50-year-old McCraw hasn't relented in his stance. No games have been shown at the restaurant over the past 4 months. No games will be shown anytime soon. Not even the matchup between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles, unless the NFL makes a significant change. These guys are employees of the NFL. As long as the NFL condones disrespecting the national anthem, disrespecting the flag, disrespecting those who have fought and those who have died, and disrespecting the police, I won't show it, he said. He's a South Carolina alum who said he has been a financial advisor for 25 years and has owned the restaurant since it opened in 2012. So rather than watching Super Bowl on Sunday, patrons of Palmetto Restaurant and Ale House will have the opportunity to listen to some local musicians perform. While McCraw knows this will hurt his business, something he said boycotting the NFL has done on Sunday, he's at peace with his decision. He said this was a business decision. He said his overall sales numbers for the past 4 months are above where they were in 2016, but that's because of the strength of the restaurant 6 days a week. While sales have dropped on Sundays, the fact I'm not showing the NFL and I'm going to lose customers, I'm not showing a product people want to see, so people are not going to come, he said. So instead, McCraw is promoting the music show. And so I'll have to admire his courage for doing that. He got, what did he say, 20-something TVs in there? Yeah. And he's not going to show the NFL on any of them. So that's pretty good, don't you think? Pretty good. All right, it's 8:45. Get that jumped over here, and I'll be back in just a moment. There are plenty of drugstores around here, but not all of them offer the personal customer service that's offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team know waiting in long lines is not what you want to do when you're waiting on a prescription to be filled. They understand your need for prompt and accurate service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore. And if you haven't yet gotten your flu shot, be sure to go by the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Give them a call at 287-7117 and set up a good time for you to come by and get yours. That's 287-7117, or stop by Medicine Box of Rutherfordton for your flu shot. They're in the Napa Building, Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton.
You do a lot. At Northland, we do internet. You do sports. We do internet that makes games easy to stream. You do movies. We do internet that gives you a world of choices. You do family. We do internet that sounds like the real thing. And now you can get speeds up to 100 megs with internet packages starting at $29.99 a month. Call 888-NORTHLAND or visit getnorthland.com today. All rates and tax and fees not available in all areas. Additional restrictions and conditions apply. Actual speeds may vary. See getnorthland.com/offers for full details.
Did you know that Rutherford County's largest pediatrics practice has 5 providers to serve the children and youth of this area? And even better, Rutherford Children's Care is welcoming new patients. With 3 physicians and 2 mid-level providers, the group is available to examine, diagnose, and treat patients from birth to age 18. Rutherford Children's Care is conveniently located at 162 Commercial Drive in Forest City, just behind Big Dave's Restaurant. To schedule an appointment, call Rutherford Children's Care at 828-287-9325. 8:47 here on this terrific Tuesday morning. Of course, tomorrow morning, again, Wednesday, Word of Faith Fellowship will be in the Blue Room talking about their issues and how they've been accused of all kinds of things, and they're defying those and talking about explaining their situation, getting their side of the story each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at 8:30. Well, Franklin Graham, many of you know that name, Samaritan's Purse, the son of Billy Graham and evangelist. Franklin Graham is warning America, pray for President Trump as forces at work to destroy him and take government over by force. Franklin Graham says they are not going to use bullets. They are using the media to plant thoughts in people's minds that he is incompetent, that he's dangerous, that you can't trust him with nuclear weapons, that he is mentally unstable. Franklin Graham, one of the nation's most prominent Christian leaders, said Wednesday on the Todd Starnes, this was last Wednesday, Todd Starnes radio show, that the Trump presidency faces a grave domestic threat. Graham told Starnes, I believe we are in a coup d'etat. There are people in this country who are wanting to destroy the president and take over the government by force. Graham, who is the president and CEO of Samaritan's Purse, warned that there are forces at work who want to wrestle control of the government away from Trump. They're not going to use bullets. They're using the media to plant thoughts in people's minds that he's incompetent, that he's dangerous, that you can't trust him with nuclear weapons, that he's mentally unstable. Graham called on the nation to pray for the president and the vice president. We need to pray for those that surround the president, that God will protect them and keep them safe, he said. He went on to say, I believe that he's the president of this nation because God allowed it. And I think on election night, God intervened. He wasn't supposed to win. He was supposed to lose. And I think it was God who worked in a mysterious way on election night to turn the tables. And that's what so many others in the Christian community are saying. And, of course, Franklin Graham is saying the same thing. And, he has indeed never been a president. There has never been a president that has been fought against as hard and as much as this president has from the national media. Now, there's always been people who hated whatever president was sitting, but there's never been one. Of course, there's never been a president fought back at him like this one has either. So he fights back, and they fight back, and so they're calling him insane, mentally deranged. He's crazy. He doesn't need to be there, but they just sort of sit back, take a deep breath, and watch him work and see what he's doing and see what he has to say and look at it honestly and not prejudicial. And they'll see a big, major change in their attitude. I like this, then I got to get out of here. This is great. Someone sent this, one of you sent this to me, I think. For those who understand, no explanation is necessary. For those who don't understand, no explanation is possible. The press. Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders is one of the brightest people in the current administration. She also has a quick wit about her, as does her dad. But she has a quick wit about her, and if you doubt it, then listen to this. It's got to be the answer of the year. During a press conference, a reporter with MSNBC hollered from the press corps, "Where is President Trump hiding his tax returns?" Secretary Sanders astutely responded, "We found a very secure place, and I'm certain they won't be found." The reporter said, "And just where is that?" He asked sarcastically. Mrs. Sanders grinned and said, "They are underneath Obama's college records, his passport application, his immigration status as a student, his funding sources to pay for college, his college records, and his selective service registration." Next question. Isn't that great? I love that girl. She is doing a fantastic job, and she can handle the media very, very well. I guess she gets a lot of that from her dad. Her dad's, of course, Governor Mike Huckabee. We encourage those of you who maybe have not yet done so, wanted to attend the Chamber Night tonight at the Foundation Performing Arts Center at 6 o'clock. This year we'll have a panel of business leaders discussing both challenges and opportunities for the citizens this year. And on the panel will be the owner of Fountain Electric, Terry Fountain, and Shelley Greff, owner of Copper Penny, the county manager, Steve Garrison, and president of the college, Walter Dalton. And it'll be a time to review where we have been, what this county has gone through in the past, and where we are right now, and the expectations for this year, which are exciting things that are coming. And these four will address how it's going to affect them and their business and affect us here in the county. So make your plans. If you have not yet done so, make your plans. Just go by the chamber or call them and reserve your place. There are several ways you can reserve your reservation. Well, 2 ways now, but it's too late to send the postcard. But you can call the office at 287-3090, 287-3090. Tell them you'd like to come and how many. Or you can email info@rutherfordcoc.org, and then they can invoice you. It's a meal served by Copper Penny, $15 a person, $25 a couple. And it's going to be a great evening. A business community, municipalities, school systems, and community colleges have each worked in concert to accomplish a better quality of life for us here in the county, and we want you to know more about it. If you want to know more about how we've overcome some of the things, what we're doing right now, where we're going in the future. This will be the evening of excitement that you could look forward to. That's tonight, 6 o'clock in the Fountain. If you have any other questions, just give me a buzz and we'll get you set up to go. Meanwhile, have a wonderful day, folks. It's Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday, the sun's shining. It's cold, though. Wrap up. See you tomorrow, folks. News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Icy roads are leading to problems driving this morning in the mountains and Triad. There have been multiple collisions reported on the roads in the Triad, and some schools are even delayed or closed. National Weather Service meteorologist Jamie Morrow's in Raleigh and tells us.
Basically, from the triangle to the west, are seeing temperatures now dropping below freezing. So even if it fell as rain or